home. Can you imagine? Give my get a nature one at Twitter, Aloy Jumako. I forgot come now on another platform. Ever seen a megara Aloy Jumako arrest with Imeme Kanu, with some others.
With someone they were chasing them, so but arresting them is what we have not yet confirmed. It's possible. Let me go
arrest. Let me go harass. The police station. Let me go harass. I don't know to tweet again.
Okay.
Let me go harass for Hapua. If you go, can you imagine what is happening? Can you imagine? Just Nahana Gare. These people, oh my God, well, God will help us. Ihe ani ne kachine kejuwe na akuzina ibundi igbo kaya mata ihe kandi igbo mari ihe. This is the time to everybody to unite. Ka unite ya mari ha ga-eme for this thing. Jisikwa nike.
You are right, my sister. Allah Ejumako tweet going, he tweeted it. We've just been arrested. Myself, Prince Emmanuel, and others. We are at FCT Command CID. Myself, Fine Boy, and others. Number 2 Zaria Street, Gariki 2, Abuja. He just tweeted it. You are right.
I think Sowore already tweeted too. I see it from Showore's Twitter handle.
Yeah, exactly. You see? That is what we are saying. That's what we are seeing. This is a country they want us to be in. Look at the country they want us. This is the country they want us to continue to pretend to be part of. How long are we going to continue to pretend? For how long? How long are we going to continue to pretend to be part of this zoo? How long?
This is why I can post Finland in the email. Post
shooting protesters with live bullet and tear gas. You can imagine. It is so sad. You're welcome, Coach Hughes. Coach Hughes, go ahead, take the mic and speak to us, Coach Hughes. Coach Hughes, if you're there, you can unmute yourself and speak to us.
Good morning, Mazi. Good morning, my brother.
My brother.
My brother, I'm not comfortable as you're seeing me here. So.
My brother, nobody is comfortable. None of us is comfortable.
The life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is at stake as I'm talking to you now. To tell you the my life, I mean my spirit. Who is the soothsayer that want to tell us what we're going to do at this point of time? Because every plan of all these evil politicians in Nigeria, most especially that evil George that call himself a motor shop, the plan, an evil plan they are telling against the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is at stake. You know, since we have been shouting, our people is to rise up. This is time for everybody to unite and rise up to do the necessary thing that we're supposed to do to bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from that deception that he has been since 10 to 5 good years now. Even all those people that call his brothers, the blood brothers, their hand is among what is holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to tell the greater truth. Those in brother, those ones that are called his blood brother, their hand is what is holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are just following those people. They are just following those lawyers to court, just for following sake to tell the path. My spirit is boiling here for the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to tell the fight. To tell I'm very, very annoyed. Even the protest that you've been talking about today, myself. Look at the same people that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for. What you say are those people that call themselves military. The police, how much is even their salary? Those DSS, how much is their salary? The soldiers there, how much is their salary? All these things, what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for. And they are there. They are still shooting the people that didn't hold anything, myself. That is why I said this protest is going to, You want to turn to another dimension to tell the Igbo and Kembu they do protest. This protest they are talking about, they just call it a normal, they just call it normal protest. But this protest they are talking about is going to enter another dimension. All these people that are being shouting. That's the truth. I'm really annoyed this morning for everything that is going on in that venue. The same people that they are fighting for. This is the same people that even turn against you. Which is what those soldiers are doing there now. Those military, that is what they are doing. And Finland is keeping silent. International world is keeping silent. Even the genocide that US Congress are even talking about Christians, they are killing in Nigeria here. 99.9% of those people that are killed is Biafrans.
Of course.
They didn't want to go. They didn't want to mention this. They didn't want to go straight to the point. How they make corner. Every one of them just one made the heart of cat. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but Chukwu, because I'm an about Chukwu, and anything, any hidden thing, Chukwu review has to his prophet. Automatically, that plan has been destroyed totally. And that is the thing that every one of us is to be now. We should pray for the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's life is at stake as I'm talking to you now. Because it's the only thing that government or United States of Biafra have to do before that 4th of November. This is the right time for them to do it before that 4th of November. Because every of their plan is targeted to that 4th of November. Everyone should rise up. Time no day. Time not doju. Time not doju. Actually, make one way make a lot of. And this is the time every one of us should rise up. Please. Oyende take prayer now. Oyenda agba fire boy. This is the time for everybody should rise up. Let me stop my mic here, Mazi.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother. We will continue to follow up and we will continue to bring the report as they come. Whatever we come across, we are going to bring it on the screen for everyone to see. It is a very, very difficult time for every one of us, a very difficult time. And I believe that the whole world is watching and they are paying attention to the atrocities Nigerian government is committing today. As we wait, go ahead, my sister. Okay, go ahead.
Excuse me, can before my all those IPOB Nigeria jelu ba witness na Finland. Kede be fan o ketaya. Ndi na Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ko wetere ha Biafra. Where they are there? Kede be fan no. Adama fupusli herself na internet. Kede be fan no. Hana fukwa ha na eme. Ha ji hapụta na je kpọpụta Mazi Nnamdi Kanu na time alone to bring Mazi Nnamdi out. Ka ha chọrọ ka ọ nwe ebe ha asị he we cover story. Kede be fan no. Oya ka nje kwu kwa because some na ha na watch ka ha na anụ ha je kpọpụtara ya Mazi Nnamdi Kanu na anyị need delay. Ha si na Simon akpa bụ problem ha je kpọpụtara ya Mazi Nnamdi Kanu na Simon akpa pụgo n'ụzọ.
Thank you so much. Oge Mazi Simon akpa na conduct sit at home na Biafra land. Ha si mba na gebe na Biafra land ga-ejewa Abuja sija okoro nke Abuja. Aka m na-achọ video ka mmadụ ebe fa nọ na Abuja, whether they have come and joined the Abuja protest. Whether they have joined, you see somebody who is not even a Biafran spend his own time, spend his own money, his own life, call people to lock down, everybody lock down and come out. We know that this will happen. It's not a strange thing. We know. But how long are we going to be afraid? Oh, this kind of a thing is what you will see, and somebody will tell you that Nigeria will be good. How is Nigeria going to be better? How is it going to be better? When they see Nepal issue, they were all chanting Nepal, Nepal, Nepal. What is happening in Nigeria is not, what happened in Nepal is not even up to 1% of what is happening in Nigeria. Today, Cameroon are taking their own destiny to their own hand. You saw them in the streets, everybody. But look at what Nigerian government is doing. This is the same government that that the whole world, the international community will allow this. They will stand in the United Nations and speak. They will give them a podium to speak in the United Nations. You see them shooting protesters with live bullets. Shooting protesters with live bullets. And you think all is well. And people call it normal. Everybody's going about their business as if it is normal. It is not normal. It's not normal. As we continue to wait, let us hear what Dele Farotumi said. Let us hear this speech of Dele Farotumi, what she said about this very protest.
Tomorrow's protest, as called by Yele and the Revolution Now movement. I am in support of everything the oppressed do to fight the oppressor. I cannot speak against the right of citizens in a democracy to protest against an obvious injustice. And if we're speaking of injustices, the incarceration of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is patently unjust. Within the context of today's realities in Nigeria, with terrorists who have blood on their hands, being mollycoddled by the state, feted, able to address press conferences, it becomes unconscionable to continue to justify the incarceration of a man who has expressed the genuine grievances of a people, however much one might disagree with his methodologies. It does not rise to the level of the brazen criminals that the state has been very happy to embrace. And I'm not just talking about the ones that you see in the forests and in Katsina. What about the ones that they call Agbero, that are routinely protected by policemen who stand aside while these Agberos are busy threatening citizens in a supposed democracy? So I'm saying this so that you begin to understand that the Nigerian state, as it is currently, as it stands today, as it has always been, has an affinity for terrorists, but I've always hated those who say they are fighting for rights. How does this dovetail? I'll come to it. It is the inalienable right of human beings to protest. You can't beat a child and claim that he shouldn't cry. So, insofar as it relates to the right of a man to protest against injustice, I applaud Yele and everybody who will be going out tomorrow, and I urge all of you, keep your head.
You have had Dele Farotumi and the points he just made. These are things that everybody was supposed to support. These are things that you see, remove your sentiment. And I want people, when you are speaking about this issue, let us be very serious. When we are talking about Biafra, so many people are making Biafra restoration a joke. So many people are making Biafra restoration a joke. There are so many points people are making here. Some comments they are writing here that I don't know where it's coming from. What we are here for today is this protest and nothing else. If there is any project, any group, or anybody have anywhere, I'm not aware of that. Before you advertise anything on this platform, click the link, come in so that you can talk about it and we ask you questions. If there is any other project you're advertising or anything you have that has to do with Biafra, click the link, come in, talk about it, and I will ask you questions. Other people will ask you questions. Don't just be a distraction on the comment section, writing things that I don't know where it emanates from. As I have always said, that this platform is for everybody. It is for everybody. It doesn't matter where you belong, your group, your ideology, whatever. But whatever thing you want to project, if you want to speak about anything you want to project that has to do with Biafra, be bold enough to click the link, come in. If you are living abroad, while you come in, put in your face, engage the Biafran people, and they will ask you questions. They will ask you questions, just like I'm doing here. Whatever I preach and I talk about, I give myself, I put link, people come and ask questions, and I'll answer. Without insulting anybody, respectfully. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. This battle today, if we don't unite together as one, it will be very difficult for us to win this battle. The enemies know it, and they know it well. They have applied this strategy and it is working for them. They have applied it. It's working for them. And this is why this division issue, this divide and rule, that is why Nigeria will never ever survive. Nigeria is irredeemable. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter who becomes the president in that zoo. It doesn't matter. If you like, go and bring Christ and make him the president of Nigeria. It will never work. Because the country does not have a single project. They don't have a unifying force in that country. It doesn't exist anywhere. It doesn't exist. When people have different kinds of ideas, different versions, talking from all, there is nothing like a united Nigeria. It is not existing after 65 years of independence. There is nothing like a united Nigeria. Countries are created among people that have the same value system. In Nigeria, the people in that contraption, the people that are in that contraption, the indigenous people, they don't have the same value system. The North and the Southwest do not have the same value system. The people in the Southwest and the Southeast don't have the same value system. The same thing with the Central. And you cannot create a country and expect it to survive. It can never, ever survive. When you see us call for Biafra, we are not calling for Biafra out of hatred, not out of pride, not out of wickedness or out of anger, not even because of the marginalization. It is not. It is because we want to save life. This is a matter of life and death. The destructive diversity in Nigeria can never be redeemed. In a country where some people value animal more than human being, how do you expect somebody, a normal person in a civilized world, to live with such people and survive? People will come out in the National Assembly and they will tell you that for them, they prefer an animal than a human being. In the National Assembly. How can you, at which point are you going to meet with those people to discuss and stand on one side and protest about one thing or demand one thing? It doesn't happen. It can never happen. That is why we are asking, allow the Kanu'S to practice their caliphate, practice their Sharia law. There's no problem about it. Then allow the people in the Southwest to go along with their monarchical system, which is suiting them. They love it. Let them go along with it. Those who fought from Biafra land, allow us to practice our own system. Allow us to practice our own system. That does not stop us from doing business together. It does not stop us from intermarrying. It does not stop us from buying properties where we want to. You can. There are Biafran people that are in Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia. We have Biafrans who are doing business there. We have Biafrans that are married there. Our people are citizens all over the world. Even after this very peaceful separation, people mind their own business and support their boundaries. You can decide to go and nationalize in the caliphate. You can go and nationalize in the Oduduwa land. You can go in the Middle Belt and nationalize. There is no problem about that. But when you enter there, you will be sure that this is where I am. But how can you put people in a place and you pretend they are practicing a secular system? In that secular system, in the Kanu'S, they are already practicing Sharia law in that very place. And they will judge a Christian who doesn't know anything about it with it. A person from the South will pick up his bag to go and do business in the North. On reaching there, an innocent person will just go to relax himself as he does in a country, in a secular country. Relax yourself, take a cup of wine and wash down your body. Just because you bought a cup of wine, in the process of drinking the wine, somebody will come and chop off your head and say, why are you drinking wine in the public? You open a business, you wake up in the morning, you go to your business and you see that your business has been demolished. That why must you sell alcohol? Even when you are living in a secular country. What stops you from allowing these people to practice that thing they want to practice and allow the other to go their separate way? What stops you from doing that? Many countries have done it and it worked for them. India was bigger than it is today. When the Hindus of India saw that they cannot be able to be operating with the Muslims, they left them. Pakistan went out. They left. It didn't stop there. Even Nepal still went away on their own. Because these people have different value systems. It happened in Malaysia. Singaporeans, they went out. The Singapore went out. Today in Malaysia, they still intermarry. Singapore and Singapore and Malaysia, they still intermarry. They do business together. People are going to work in Singapore from Malaysia. People go to work in Malaysia from Singapore. They intermarry. They do everything together. But their governments engage in professional competitions on how to develop, on economy, on development, on technology. That is where the competition ends. Why can't they allow us to do the same thing? Look at Russia. Russia was broken into pieces. The problem in Ukraine today is because after breaking out, they still go and meddle into it again. You reach an agreement that you're not going to join NATO. You sign it, you're not going to... See, they came and convinced you to go and join against the agreement that was signed with Russia. And today, you see what is happening there. Finland that went and kidnapped our prime minister, Finland went away from Russia. Has Russia invaded them? Are they not progressing? Are they not on their own? Former USSR, every country that went out from former USSR, there are people that have different value system. But today, everyone is on their own, doing their things, progressing and succeeding. Why is it difficult to do the same thing in that contraction called Nigeria? For people to have a sane society where they can operate in such a way that people can be able to grow in their own space at their own speed. That is the only thing we are asking for. This protest today is a protest for humanity. It doesn't have anything to do with Biafra. There is no Biafra flag you saw there. Sowore made it very clear. It is a protest for humanity. Even Aloy Ejimako made it clear that he's not going there as the lawyer of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He's going there as an ordinary person, a person of conscience, to speak. That is why he's gone there. And I expect every other person who is in this very protest to speak for humanity. Whether you are a Biafran, whether you are Oduduwa, whether you are from Middle Belt, whether you are a Muslim, whether you are a Christian, whether you are a Hindu, whether you are a traditional religion, anyone you are, you speak up. You speak up against injustice, because injustice against one is injustice against all. What is happening on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today was the same thing they did to El Zazaki and his group. El Zazaki and his group, when they protested in Abuja, you saw them shoot live bullets. Many people were shot dead. Many people. We are still waiting to see a report on this one. El Zazaki group, many people were shot dead simply because they came out to protest. How long will the people continue to accept this? As for the international community, you know that everything they do is about interest. Everything they do is about interest, about personal interest. It's about interest. As long as the interest of the world is protected, the US, the UK, or whatever, as long as their own interest is secure, they don't care about you. They don't give a damn what you say or what you do. That is why it is time for the indigenous people. And when I talk about the indigenous people, I know the people I'm talking about. The people that are indigenous. The Hausa people are indigenous. The Yoruba people are indigenous. The Igbo people are indigenous. Every other tribe, most of the tribes in Nigeria, other tribes, they are all indigenous. Except for Fulani that we know. Fulani is not indigenous. They are the only people that are well pleased with the destruction, and they are the people creating the destruction that is seen today. A very minority group, Fulani, have succeeded through the advice of the British to plant division to the extent that the whole tribe cannot unite. We can't unite. The Yorubas claim to be educated. The Igbos claim to be educated. The Hausa claim to be, the Fulanis that are the headers carrying foul up and down. They are the people that were able to manage themselves and pursue their own interests at all costs, including at the expense of your life. But meanwhile, we are busy projecting personal agenda. When Okeke says something, no, Okafor will not support it because it is not Mr. Okafor that said it. When Okafor says something, Okeke know that that thing Okafor is saying is the right thing. But because it is not Okafor, your brother, your friend said it, you will never support it. That is what we are saying today. That is the order of the day. You will see the truth, but it's for the fact that it is not, that truth is not coming from the person you want the truth to come from. You will never ever accept it.
All right. Choose.
Go ahead, my brother.
Let me charge this phone. The battery is running down.
Okay, my brother.
But I will still use the next one. I will use the next one. Even if the mic is not connecting, I will still be here to watch.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We'll be following up. We'll be following up. Whatever happens, we'll continue to follow up and bring the updates to Biafrans, what is happening. It is the protest to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is a protest that must be carried out, no matter the attacks, no matter the propaganda, no matter the blackmail, no matter the death, because somebody must die. People must be ready to sacrifice their life. Look at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say it is either Biafra or death. It's either he die or he continue to fight for Biafra. He will continue to fight for Biafra until he gets Biafra or he dies in the process. He doesn't care. He doesn't. Look at Sowore. Look at Sowore. They are firing live bullet in his presence. Live bullet. And you see the report he gave. See the report he gave about the abduction of people who came for the protest. That's the report of Sowore. Nigerian police team deployed to brutalize free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu protesters. Arrested Mazi Nnamdi Kanu brother. They arrested Mazi Nnamdi Kanu lawyer, Aloy Ejimako, as well as innocent bystanders. They arrested them. They were beaten, taken to FCT command. The police must release them immediately. Immediately. And I hope the world is taking note. The international community is taking note. I hope that other people that are concerned, the press, international press, are taking note. Even though we know because they are not directly affected, they don't care. Even though we know because they are not directly affected, they don't care. All they know is for their own interests. They project their own interests, they support their own interests, they follow their own agenda, and they don't care about what happens to you and what happens to me. That is why we should keep away our differences. We have fought this battle of differences for a long time. We have fought this battle of differences for a very, very long time. How long are we going to continue to fight this battle of differences? For how long? How long are we going to continue to fight against ourselves? How long are we going to continue to interrupt each other? How long are we going to continue to support atrocities? How long are we going to continue to allow ourselves to be used and abused? Is it not enough? Haven't enough people died because of this freedom? Haven't enough people died yet? Haven't we lost enough people to the extent that you will see certain things now, you say no. You will see certain things, you say, as long as this thing is for the freedom of the people, I will support it. Hasn't it gotten to a time where the only thing you support has to be freedom, not a human being? That is how I deal with it. I don't support any individual. I have preached it on my platform for a very long time. Not today. Not today. I've been saying it, that we should focus on building institutions, not strong men and strong women. Our collective interests. We should focus on our collective interests. That thing that brings us together. That very thing that we mentioned, once it's mentioned, everybody is affected. Everybody is connected. Why are we not focusing on that? Why do we still allow our differences to divide us? Why are we fighting the battle of the enemy for them? Because as you continue to fight their battle for them, they relax and look at you. The zoo will sit down and look at you. Just like you see the idiot they call Ijele today, going around up and down. Just as you see him going around up and down and protesting against this very protest. In the same vein, You can imagine, when you hear what is coming from his mouth, you wonder if he's living in another planet, or is he living in this same world where we are living? It is so sad. It is so sad. But we must continue. We must continue. The protests must go on. It does not matter what they say. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter how they do it. The protests must go on. And we are seeing protesters still gathering. People are still coming from different angles, from different corners, with their own different experiences. It is not the same everywhere. In other places, we are going to be trying to see if we can be able to get report from other areas also. Other areas also where people are gathering and protesting. So we will be looking through for everybody to be carried along. This other area is a situation report from different locations in Abuja regarding the protests demanding the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is a different location. This one you are seeing now is another location. You see, this is another area.
Yeah,
This area now, it is blocked completely by protesters. So
exactly. It doesn't. Oh, who it is? Now, part of the protesters on another video.
Yeah.
Okay, because it doesn't have to be only that place where they were shooting live. You know, they can just lock everywhere.
That place was the main place, but other places also.
Yeah, even Lagos, the traders and everybody, you know, different places. Just, you know, so I think it's going to be another strategy. I'm sure everyone understands this, you know. Yeah. I mean, so everywhere, every part of the country, people will begin to gather.
People are coming out.
It's still early in the morning, so people are, and it's just the first day. It's going to continue. If people, like I said, this is a golden opportunity. You can continue to have chances after chances after chances to redeem yourself, to take your life back, and you don't do something. At the time will come, you won't have it anymore. So this is the time for them, wherever you are in any part of the country, shut it down, continue in the process. Then the government and these terrorist soldiers who always shoot the people with live bullets, they will tire, because if you don't tire, they will tire. The problem is that because after some time, the people tire up, they caved in or whatever it is, hunger or whatever. So that is the problem. But if you continue, they will tire, they themselves. And the economy, and if you continue, the economy will continue to suffer so badly, and they will have no choice than, even the military, they will have no choice than to do the right thing. It happens in other places. So let's just see. Okay. I think the tear gas, they use tear gas or something.
These are tear gas. See everywhere. Many people came out, more than 1 million march, and it's
people are coming out. This can get really, really serious, because, like we keep saying, it's unfortunate that nobody, I mean, like if they were hammering it all this while, that look, you can't continue to have opportunities after opportunities after opportunity to save your life, save the future of your unborn children. You must do this once and for all, because these politicians, trust me, they don't care, and they will never care. Tinubu is just dribbling people with sweet talk, hiring agents to come and lie to the people. Our economic policy is working. You just have to be patient. Our healthcare system is working. But when you get headache, all of them, they don't go abroad. So, yeah. Is that not allowed, Michael, or the previous video? Or that is the form before?
This one is the first one before.
Okay, because I've heard you.
They have taken over the Unity Fountain. People are not in Unity Fountain again, but in other areas they are there. In other areas they are blocked. In other areas are occupied completely. And the reports are we continue to share them.
Yeah. The military cannot occupy everywhere. So if that is the case, as they continue to go after the people, the Boko Haram will come into their barracks and take over everything, you know. And even that also rock, the Boko Haram will seize the opportunity and come and take it over. So that is good for them. Since they don't want to fight the good fight, they are fighting people who are trying to express themselves, who are asking for justice, and the terrorists, you let them just, to roam about freely. Okay. Oh, there.
We will continue to follow up, and whenever we get any of those then we'll push it forward, and so that we can be able to get through with it. So, but the protest is not stopping. If anybody tells it is stopping, it's just starting. People are coming out.
Oh.
People are coming out in all sides. And for those who are coming out, or those who are still on their way coming, and those who are observing, I want us to listen to this advice of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu again. Listen to this advice. It will also help those who are on the ground and those who are on their way coming. Let's hear.
And very special announcement to make, and an advice to those who are out on the streets protesting. At this particular point in time, this protest must remain peaceful. I beg each and every one of you, resist every provocation, resist every temptation to retaliate. But what we are suggesting is that every protest group must have two lines of defense. They must have two lines of defense, that all these government hired thugs, all these APC thugs, all these people instigated by the British government to try to disrupt these protests, peaceful protests going on all over the place, will not be able to get to the main body of the protest itself. There will be two lines of steel to protect the main body of the process itself, and to stop all these thugs from making their way into the heart of the protesters. Very, very important, please. We are going to remain peaceful. This protest will remain peaceful. I beg each and every one of you, what Britain wants, what Fulani Janjaweed wants, is for you to turn violent, that they may paint you black before the whole world, that they may tell the whole world that you have another motive and another agenda. We know the world understands that the reason why we are doing what we are doing this very day is to bring about a better tomorrow for our young people, for their children, and their children, and their children for eternity. That the same way that other societies went through this very painful, difficult period in their history, is how now they are confronting theirs. What the youths are going through, what they are doing right now on the ground, every civilized society went through it. It is not an exception to the rule. What they are doing is the norm. We are therefore advising that we must remain peaceful. We must remain peaceful, please. We must remain peaceful. Very, very important.
That's a very important message from our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, advising everyone that is out there for this protest to remain peaceful. We must be peaceful. Every one of us that are out there, it is not an easy task. They are going to provoke people. They are going to try to take lives. They will do everything humanly possible to provoke you. But you have to remain peaceful. That is the call of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. As you know, they want to show the world and say that we are violent. But I thank you that many people are already on the ground. Many people that came from other parts of the world, they are following the event. Many press, international media are there, and they are seeing how Nigerian government is shooting on innocent protesters. These are innocent people who have come for this protest. You see, many of them have been attacked. I see somebody is injured. I saw in Sahara Reporters, I think they have injured somebody that is being carried out now and being taken away. When we talk about them using a live bullet, there are evidence and confirmation to that. It is not just a propaganda or a blackmail. It is something that is happening and something that we must focus attention and continue to follow. We have not heard any report of death yet. We have not had any report of death, but injury are being counted. People are injured as the police people are using anything they have, including live bullets, against the protesters to scare them away. And as you know that the protesters have already left the Unity Fountain for them. They left the Unity Fountain and protesters are going on the other side. You see somebody who is being carried out now. This person is injured. He has got an injury and they carry him and take him away for treatment. Many people are going to be hurt, and we're praying that Chukwu Okike Abiyama will continue to guide and protect everybody that is there. But see, you must not run away. You must not be scared. Fear alone cannot make us succeed. We must overcome our fear. If we continue to run away, continue to be afraid, I don't know for how long we are going to continue to be afraid. I don't know for how long we are going to continue to be afraid. We expect this kind of things to happen. But just as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have given an advice, that is an advice to make sure that we reduce this attack to the barest minimum. We reduce the injuries to the barest minimum. We reduce the deaths to the barest minimum. So we are going to be following up, and every one of us, if you are in this very platform and you have a contribution to make regarding what is going on, you have something to say, send in your request. When I see your request, I'm going to grant you the audience to make your case. But remember, we are here today united in one voice, demanding for the release, the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is what we are asking for. The unconditional release of every political detainees, people that are detained illegally, every people that have been abducted. So many Biafrans have been abducted, and they are taken even up to the northern part of Nigeria. Some people are adopted and taken up to northern part of Nigeria. So it is not an easy. It's not just about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There are some people that are not seen up to the. There is one family that Amnesty International is still asking their whereabouts for 5 years. For 5 good years, a man and the wife were abducted in their house in Onitsha. Very early in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning. 5 a.m. in the morning, the DSS came to the house and abducted this man. For the past 5 years, since 2001, since 2021, they abducted this man. Since 2021, up to this minute, they have not seen the man. He has not appeared in any court anywhere. The wife has not appeared in any court anywhere. This is why this protest is being held. This is why this court is being held. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today is ill. The situation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is critical and getting worse. And we cannot continue to fold our hands and continue to beg for something that is our right. It is the right of our spirit, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to get medical treatment. It is his right to get adequate medical treatment. And for that adequate medical treatment to come, we must have to make a move. Take it. It's not asking anymore. We have asked for a very long time. We have begged for a very long time. Begging and asking and apologizing. But at the end of the day, nothing happens. Nothing happens. You can see a protest, a peaceful protest that was called. Very peaceful protest. Called by Sowore, a presidential aspirant and an activist. Instead of them paying attention and listening, what are they doing? They attack Sowore. They attack the protesters. They go against every single person. Look at injuries. Injuries we're already counting people that are injured. And as we speak, they arrested the special counsel of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Aloy Ejimako. Special counsel of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Aloy Ejimako, arrested for protesting. As a citizen for protesting. The younger brother of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, arrested. Other bystanders that were arrested because of a peaceful protest. Because of a peaceful protest. This is one of the reasons. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself, at a point in time, said that we will not have any protests in Nigeria anymore. Instead, we go and sit at home. Mazi Nnamdi came and adopted the same system. Sit at home, no protesting. That is why for 5 good years, we have not protested because of this. But how long are we going to be afraid? Will we still be running away now that somebody who is not even a Biafran is putting his life on the line? Omoyele Sowore. Putting his political career on the line. Putting everything he stands for in that one Nigeria on the line. Are you going to leave him alone? Are you going to shy away and say you will not come out? Of course, if you don't come out, it means you have done the highest betrayal ever. There is no other betrayal that will be greater than betraying this very protest today, where the entire nation come out. There is no betrayal that will be greater than the betrayal we see today. If you don't listen to the voice of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if you don't add your own voice and join to ask for the release of our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, there is no betrayal that is greater than this. And it is sad that today we see people who are speaking against this. Even a stranger is talking. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect Omoyele Sowore. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to secure Omoyele Sowore. We will continue to appreciate him. It doesn't matter what you call him. It doesn't matter the name you give him. We will continue to appreciate him. And we have to appreciate him with this very song once again before we proceed.
We need someone who we understanding us. We need someone who we understanding us. We need someone who we understanding us. Whenever we create, they're studying us. Whenever we deal, they're studying us. That person is Omoyele Sowore. We need someone who we understanding us. We need someone who we understanding us. We need someone who we understanding us. Whenever we create, they're studying us. Whenever we deal, they're studying us. That person is Omoyele Sowore. I'm never say we don't have those who needing us. I'm never say we don't have those who needing us. We need someone Omoyele Sowore. Who really know what we need now. Who really know the problem we are facing now. The end we know, the better be for us. We need someone who we understanding us. We need someone who we understanding us. We need someone who we understanding us. Whenever we create, they're studying us. Whenever we deal, they're studying us. That person is Omoyele Sowore.
We appreciate our brother Omoyele Sowore, who is organizing this very protest today, a march to Aso Rock to demand for the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is a very important day that we have waited for, and we thank Chukwu